Airline prices, though, may be down, but inflation pressures remain for many other parts of the economy. While inflation has now fallen for 10 straight months, the latest report shows prices increasing 4.9% from the same time last year. Back to the panel. Look, prices are coming down. The Biden administration is able to say prices are coming down, but every poll that we see shows, one, that the economy is the single biggest issue, and two, Americans, Alex, poll after poll shows they are not satisfied with the economy.
That's right. And as much as the White House can say, look at this, prices are coming down, they're still not coming down fast and far enough for Americans. I think this is something that's obviously going to continue being the biggest issue until Election Day. And as much as the president can say, I'm working on tackling inflation and I'm working on bringing down prices, the price of gas is still too high, the prices at the grocery store is still too high, and that's what voters want to see come down.
So, Amanda, that's the poll that the White House wants you to see, which we were just showing, which is inflation coming down. You poll for a living. What are you seeing?
People don't believe it.
Right.
They're going to the grocery store and they're seeing if the prices are the same, the size of the cereal box is getting smaller. So that's what they're seeing, and that's what they're going to be reacting to when they go into the polls next year.
The issue is if you had a Republican candidate making the case, the economic case right now, and solely focusing on that and not the divisive issues, I think that candidate would have a very good chance in the general election. If they run Donald Trump again, I don't see it.
But polls show that Donald Trump against Joe Biden polls better, right, economically than Joe Biden?
Yes.
Way better.
Way better. Like with the latest.
That's Trump's. The key for Trump is that Americans, even people who didn't vote for him, believe that he was better. And this is true of Republicans in general, but it's certainly true of Trump, that they associate him with economic prosperity and all of that stuff. I would also say this thinking is an important backdrop for these budget negotiations and for the debt ceiling negotiations. The Biden administration, the president has been extraordinarily lucky that we have managed to not have the recession that economists have been talking about and predicting for month after year, that coming out of the pandemic, there had to be a recession. It would be the Fed's fault. And in order to get this under control, that we would get into this recession. It hasn't happened. If this was the thing that tipped them over into recession, Joe Biden's chances go from good to zero if the country's in a recession.
Trump just added to the credit card debt, though. So, yes, it was good. And Biden's getting a lot of blame for this inflation, even though Trump was equally spending that credit card.
Well, I think you saw from the messaging from the White House earlier that they're desperate for the debt ceiling to be the reason that the economy starts to teeter, because otherwise voters are putting the blame squarely on his shoulders.
Is Joe Biden's biggest challenge?
I don't think they're desperate. I don't think they want the economy to go into recession, just to be clear.
No, clearly not. But I wonder, is Joe Biden's biggest challenge projecting forward Jay Powell, right? Because he's the one that controls interest rates and oversees this, which then, trickles into inflation and all that. And it's something he can't control. Right? He already put Jay Powell back on the job.
And he doesn't want to step in, or so we've heard so far, is he's not going to step on Jay Powell's toes. He's not going to criticize him or praise him one way or another. And I think that's a smart move so far for him.
By the way, things that are down in the latest inflation report: utilities, 2.1%, used cars, 6.6%, and airline tickets.
Hey, there we
down
go.
2.6%.
You're in the zone.
You're in the zone.
You're making it happen. You're making it happen.
Yep. All right.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.